Arena had a video that had an interview, and he calls U.S. Soccer out. And pay attention what he says, and it kind of what he does is in this video, what the questions he answers, he attacks U.S. Soccer. It was brilliant. We're going to talk about that right now. Play that video.
The sport in our country has become highly, highly political. There's a financial aspect to it that's often thought about first before the technical side of it. I think people that are decision makers in the sport in our country are more politicians than they are technical people. And therefore, when they make decisions or they hire people to make decisions, I don't think they necessarily make the right decisions all the time because they don't have the experience in the game. And I've been one to say it for years that I think we need more people with experience in the game that are decision makers to help move the sport forward. And there's never a response to that. And I think that's critically important. And having said all this, I think there's been tough times for the sport, for U.S. Soccer. The pandemic was really difficult for U.S. Soccer. It was really difficult for our league. And having said all of that, as the smoke settles and we don't qualify for the Olympics, our league is still making progress. It's making great progress. I'd like to see it continue to grow and perhaps have a little bit more emphasis as well on the American player and give the American player a few more opportunities to grow. I think our league now is largely an international league, which is fair enough, but we want to still have opportunities to grow our young elite players in our league. So hopefully, as we continue to move forward, we don't forget that, and we can continue to grow the way we're growing and develop some of our young American players.
Oh, that's it. Audio working? I'm hearing a weird noise. Anyways, it's just in my ears.
The fridge?
No.
Okay.
It's my flipping headset, IT Ryan. You have one job to do. Well, 20.
I think you just need to go to the doctor.
So
you
Bruce
blast things.
That's what Mom says. So Bruce Arena covers 5 things I want to talk about. One is, has our sports become very political? Has it
Yes.
not always been political? It's always political. It's crazy political. We understand that. It's everyone's PC too. It's like, you be careful what you say. You don't want to cause any problems. That's why we're bringing Steve Jobs on to fire Greg Berhalter in a little bit, because we need more abrasive fire starters within U.S. Soccer. We need to blow the thing up. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't think I can say that. We need to cause problems and change things. The financials are always focused on first, then technical, and that's interesting to watch. You have that overlay on show, and I can't read it, but look at the overlay for the taxes. So I have
salaries and wages, or financial statement.
No. Well, they're both. Put up salary and wages. This is how it's always top heavy, whether it's our government or U.S. Soccer. I can't see the overlay. So what's it say for employees?
Employee benefits.
And what salaries?
For salaries and wages, we have 33,300,000. That's to programs. I don't know, this chart doesn't make sense to me. Management in general is 6 million.
6 million.
Am I reading these right?
Yeah.
Is that a million?
It's millions.
So the total is 40 million. Employee benefits, 2
we don't
million,
care about
1 million.
The benefits don't matter. That's good enough. Take the overlay off. But
right.
it was 60 million in salaries, and that's going for
it was 40 million.
40 million for coaches and whatnot. But then it's 6 million in administration. That's an audit that was just done for the 2019 and 20 revenues, and then put the other overlay up with the other one with the numbers.
Financial statement?
Yeah. What's interesting about this one, it kind of takes us to a sidetrack because it shows how much the men got paid versus the women. Is that the overlay?
Yeah. Men versus women.
Yeah. How much did the women's make?
Oh, okay. I see it. The women's, wow. They made 36 million in 2020 and 20 million in 2019. The men made 15 million both years.
Yeah. You know why?
Right?
Yeah.
Because they were mad.
Right. So because Megan Rapinoe throws a fit, they got a huge increase, and the men, they stayed the same, and they're probably going to shrink a little bit as the screaming yelling continues on. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But the budget's all jacked up because they just kind of spend however they're going to spend, and we're actually going to show you other stupid spending we do with U.S. Soccer in a little bit. But it's more about politicians versus technical people. I'm a technical person. I focus on technique. I focus on the importance of development over winning and all those things. That's why I don't have a job in club soccer, because no one can stand me, because I'm kind of like Steve Jobs a little bit, where I'm more concerned about a greater idea, a greater concept, a greater focus, a greater goal down the road to do something unique, creative, create players that can actually do something at the next level versus win on Saturday like everyone wants to do. We need more people like myself that are willing to get fired, kind of like Steve Jobs. You know Steve Jobs, Ryan, got fired from Apple, what he created?
I learned it based on Googling the Steve Jobs fires video.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like, Steve Jobs gets fired. And I was like, oh, him too.
Yeah. So more people in the game. They need more people in the game that are decision people. We don't have decision people at U.S. Soccer. Even ASA, who keeps making money. And what happens to Arizona Soccer Association? What happens with them? They add what? Administrators and more administrators, and they'll keep adding. That's what ASA used to be kind of volunteer, and now we have a paid CEO. Congrats. No problem with that. I would love to be CEO and make $105,000 a year or whatever it is. It's around there. But that's what we do. We don't put it back into what the game needs to be. Arizona could be the most successful state in the United States in far as producing soccer players. Easily. It can easily happen if we were led with a concept and a vision to focus on something that the rest of the United States won't do as a whole, which is technical development, having kids that are not scared to have the ball kind of thing. I mean, by the masses, thousands upon thousands of kids not scared to have the ball, which makes everybody better. But that's something that we're not willing to do. But we'll hire a social media director and another fake. We just create fake jobs, starting with U.S. Soccer, which will. If you enjoyed that clip, you can enjoy all the clips at youtube.com/Coach Cameron Soccer to get all my content. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know what's going on and when we appear online, which is typically every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hope to see you this Sunday for our next live show.